So for this video, I'm going to be making a fillet knife. One of my buddies came up to me and asked me if I could make one, and of course this will be the first fillet knife that I've made. I've been wanting to make one for a while now. I just ain't never got around doing it, but now I've got an excuse to make one. He gave me free range on this knife on what to do with it, just as long as the blade had flex to it. It wasn't real long. He wants it to be a little bit shorter. Still had the flex, and but everything else he gave me free range on. So we're gonna see what we can do, what we can make out of this. I'm gonna be using a piece of metal that I've already got drawn out. It's another spike. It's 1095 high carbon steel. It ought to work pretty good. So what y'all been doing? Y'all run around all night long, didn't you? Run out here just barking, and I bet you just end up laying around all day today, don't you? Huh? You were gonna lay there. Is that what you were gonna do? And I'm gonna start out by trying to get the rough shape of it out first, and then come back and retune it. Now, of course, I don't need that much metal, so I'm fixing to cut it. I'll lay that note to the side for the next one. Use that fuller tool. Make it easy. Now I'm going to start stretching this blade out, because I think right now it's as long as it needs to be, but I ain't got all the metal worked out yet, so it's going to be longer, and I'm going to have to cut some of it off. And I'm going to go ahead and mark the length for this blade. Good, look at there. I don't have to cut none of it off. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting some shape in this blade, and then I'll have to measure it again. Alright, now I think I'm ready to quit this. Get that heated up to temperature. I got my oil sitting here, you can't hardly see it. There we go. Whenever I quench, I'm listening for anything that sounds like it's a pinging, making any pops. See if it's back talking me any. But if it does any of that, then I know that blade probably cracked. This one did not make any, it didn't make any fuss at all. Now I'm going to lay this over here, let it cool down for a second, and run the file across it. Make sure it's hardened blade. Alright, fixing to file test this blade. Make sure it's hardened up. I believe it's a hardened blade. So the next thing I'm going to do with this blade is whenever it cools down, I'll take it over here to the belt sander and I'll start cleaning it up and getting it ready for the handle. So now I'm going to start cleaning this blade up. It's a little thick still, and I'm going to thin it down. It's a new day. I'm back out here working on this fillet knife. It's burning my fingers up because the blade's so thin, which I knew it would. And I'm blind in one eye. I can't see straight in front of me in one of my eyes, and I can only see the sides on each side of me out of that one eye. So that makes it a little bit harder to work on this little blade too. But I'm about to get her fixed up. I'm about to get her ready for a handle. And I've been cleaning on it already. Here's what it's starting to look like. So I'm ready to start putting the finish on this blade. Whenever I have it in this vise right here, sticking out like that, you have to be careful. It's a very sharp point. I don't want to stab myself. Now, I got my sandpaper ready. Threw that over that blade so I wouldn't accidentally poke myself with it. I just start taking out all them rough grind marks from that belt grinder. I ain't decided on what handle I'm going to put on it yet. I don't like using bone or antler. It seems like I do a lot of it, even though I don't like it. I think that's what I might use on this one too. The only reason I don't like the bone is I don't like the smell of it. When you start working on it, man, does it got a smell. I can't stand it. I have done cut myself on it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that tip is very sharp, and I ended up poking myself with it. It didn't feel too good either. Now, I don't video whenever I use that buffing wheel, just for the main fact is the most dangerous part of making knives is using the buffing wheel on them. Sometimes them old wheels, them buffing wheels, they're made of cloth, and sometimes the little strings start coming off of them, and they'll grab that blade and just yank them right out of your hand if you ain't paying attention. I mean, you've got to be very careful. You have to watch what you're doing when you use one of them buffing wheels, because it seriously is the most dangerous part. Most dangerous thing you can do when making a knife. And I don't want video, if something was to happen to me, I don't want to video it for all my family and everybody to be able to, they come out here and find the camera and they see it happen on camera. So that's why I won't video using that buffing wheel. Now here a while back, I was at a gun and knife show, and there's another guy over there that, well, he had some handmade knives. But me and him got talking about the buffing. Well, he brought up the buffing wheel, buffing, and some. We was talking about buffing compound, and he mentioned something about that buffing wheel being so dangerous, and I kind of just went, it, you know, and well, he took it as me thinking it was funny, that, well, it kind of insulted him a little bit, but I wasn't trying to insult him. It's just wherever he said that, I started having thoughts about, you know, like I knew how dangerous it was, and I had thoughts about how many times it grabbed the blade while I was running through it, and it smacked it off the side of the motor. Well, one time it grabbed the blade, and the blade ended up sticking in the wall behind the buffing wheel. Using that buffing wheel, got this blade cleaned up, and I'm fixing to put tape over it, and I'm going to start seeing what I've got for handle material, see what I can come up with. There's the blade after putting it in that buffing wheel. So one of the best things, the reason I put one of the best things about that buffing wheel is the water. See how that water just beads up on there? That'll help keep it from rusting. But these high carbon blades, you do have to tend to them every once in a while. Put a little bit of oil or mineral oil if you're going to be using it to cut food with. But keep a little bit of oil on them, keep them polished up, but they won't rust. My handle material ready. It's going to be brass, leather, bone, leather, brass, bone antler. So I'm going to get all this handle material on this knife, and then once I get that done, I'll be right back. So I've got all my handle material on there. Now all I gotta do is wait for it to set up. What I got so far. I got the handle shaped up, smoothed down. I think I might, before I put the finish on that handle, I think I might add a little bit of dye to it. Yeah, I got that handle dyed. Now I'm gonna finish it off by putting a little gun stock finishing oil on it, which is true oil. I just rub it in there, make sure it gets down in the grain of this bone real good. After that sets up, after that dries, I'll go ahead and probably put another coat on it. There it is. It's a finished knife.